computer. We are recording live, so I want you guys to really take notes right now, right? This call, can you guys hear me clearly? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Am I clear? Like clear? I've got this new accent now. You know, I've been to some certain places recently, and I'm picking up. You know, I'm picking up. Right? Okay, so I'm clear. You guys can see me, right? No interactions in your room. Make sure your TV's off. Your PlayStation's thrown out the window. Make sure your cat is locked away somewhere. Your dog's locked away. This is gonna be life changing. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. So we're gonna talk today, guys. I want to give you guys, before I start, I want to give you guys 3 tips. I want you guys to write down everything that I'm saying. Okay. There's 3 things specifically that I've done. Okay. To not only become a chairman, but to create chairmans and obviously have a lot of people have momentum. And there's 3 things, right? The first thing that I would say to you guys that's so important, and some of you guys know what I'm saying, is I've never missed an event. Now, an event could be a physical event, but obviously we don't have physical events. So this is an event right here. This call is an event. A presentation online at 7:30 tomorrow. I think me and Natasha are doing a call tomorrow. 7:30 presentation. That's an event. We've got a Forex training on Thursday. I know you guys do your own individual trainings, and I would encourage you guys as leaders, especially if you're like P6, P1, going P1K, especially start doing. I know you guys do it, but have your own trainings with your groups and whatever you've learned. Let's say, for example, this call right now, there might be some of your team that's not on this call. You can set up another webinar tomorrow and do your own individual calls. Okay, but I'm saying the main events, like what I've done is I've created a skeleton of main events for our team. For example, Monday launch, Tuesday we have these trainings every Tuesday. We have Wednesday no trainings, but Thursday Forex training, and then Sunday we normally have the team briefing in the evening, depending on availability. And then Saturday I'm gonna start doing Super Saturdays, and Saturdays we guys do the Saturday launches, right? So, but I would encourage you guys, if you guys want to, grow, do your own thing, have your own system that's there as well, okay? But whatever event it is, whether it's your own, obviously if it's your own training, you're gonna be on the training. But if it's the team trainings like these, I've never missed an event in my whole career. In 3 years, I've never missed an event. Ask Zane, ask Ivan, ask Montel, ask any of my leaders, they'll tell you. I've never missed an event. In London, I've been to every event, international events, when I was broke, going to Miami, right? Trust me, I've been there. And that's the reason why I am as I am today, right? Not because of, oh, I'm the best person. No, it's just because I've never missed an event. So every single event where there's been an opportunity for me to gather knowledge, I've done that, okay? Second reason why I'm where I am today is because of the personal growth. Now, obviously we have fun, as you guys can see. I like turning up, I like my music, I like my fun, I like sports. But when it comes to personal development, okay, 1 hour a day, I've got books all over my room, right? I'm always reading, I'm always getting knowledge. I like listening to inspirational people like Diddy, Mayweather, Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, I follow successful people, right? I used to box, like not professionally, but amateur. So I've got a lot of boxers, few boxer friends, and they tell, and their mindset is like, it's a champion's mindset. So I'm always listening to interviews, and I'm always growing my mind. So that's the second reason. And the third reason is because of what I'm going to teach you guys today. The third reason why I'm here is because of what the topic I'm going to teach you guys today. Okay. Now, everybody in life, we all of us, put a 777 in the chat box if you want a business that's independent. If you want a business where, like, all 3 legs, you've got leaders, right? You got leaders in all 3 legs. You've got meetings happening. You've got promotions happening in all 3 of your legs, right? You've got leaders getting promoted. You've got chairmans. You've got P2s, P5s, P1s, P600s in all of your 3 legs. Everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants this business, right, where you can go away and your business is still producing volume. Stop what you're doing. All 3 of my legs, I'm always seeing promotions and new members. Everybody wants that, okay? But I want to share with you guys the secret on how you guys can get that done, okay? So let me just share my screen with you guys. and I'm going to go into the training for today. So make sure your pens and papers are ready, because we're going to go into it right now. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, great stuff. Let me just pull this up right now. Okay. Okay. Right. Fantastic. Okay, great. So I'm going to share my screen right now, guys, and share with you guys this PowerPoint right here. Now, this is the topic of taprooting. Okay, taprooting. This is, I want you guys to write down taprooting, right? This is a very, 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 very powerful topic that if you understand this topic, if you understand, overstand how this works, I promise you, you will be a chairman. You will be a six-figure earner. It will happen, okay? Nobody goes chairman by accident. Believe me, it's all strategy. It's all skills, okay? I'm going to share with you guys exactly how we've been able to get this done. And this is the art of taprooting. Now, first and foremost, guys, everybody, the goal of that everybody has is to build a perpetually growing business. Okay? Now, what that means is I asked you guys a question earlier about who wants to have a business that's growing automatically. You know, when you're traveling to another country, you can see new members getting started. You can see launches happening. You can see leaders getting promoted. That's a business that's continually growing. But how do you get to that point? And how do you actually have a business that grows like that? Well, there's two ways. And you guys can obviously write these notes down as I'm talking about it. But obviously, the PowerPoint makes it much more easier for you guys to take notes. Is you find and you attract leaders. Okay? And the second thing is you create an environment that fosters personal growth. Okay? And I'm going to go into, you know, exactly what I'm talking about here, guys. But now there's actually a challenge though. Okay? Because the biggest challenge of taprooting and finding leaders is, how do you know who will be a leader and who to work with? Because how many people, you have someone that joins your team, right? And guys, let me know, put a 777. Someone says, hey, John, you know, I want to join you. I want to get started. You know, my name is John Smith. Okay, John Smith is the guy that signs up, right? If you guys know about me, shout out to John Smith. Shout out to John Smith, right? John Smith gets started. Let's say I sign up John Smith, right? John Smith gets started, right? And let's say John Smith says, hey, I want to get involved, right? And I'm going to be a chairman. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to travel wherever you told me to travel. You know, I'm going to, whatever you told me to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to travel everywhere, right? I'm going to do it all, right? No problem. That's fine. And then about a week later, oh yeah, it's a 7-day thing still on. Yeah, I might be quitting the business. Why? I had a guy, right, that signed up, same as this. His name wasn't John Smith, but he signed up, right? And he was like, yeah, I want to do it, Junior. I'm ready. You know, my family's ready for this. I'm going to go chairman. I want to do it. 6 days later, even 5 days later, he goes, Junior, he just texts me, hey, Junior, I'm really sorry. I will be resigning from the company. I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, but, you know, that's a bit strange because it's only like, you know, 2 seconds ago, you were telling me that you want to be a chairman, but that's what happens. It is what it is. We can't, you know, we don't know who is going to be really serious and who won't. It is what it is. Okay. But all I really am looking for is a few key people. I'm going to teach you guys how to attract leaders into your organization. Now, first and foremost, guys, we have to identify what is a leader. Okay. Because many people have this mindset that leadership is just, oh, anyone's a leader. No. Okay. A leader is a momentum creator. And a leader is also, right? A leader is also a master of personal growth. Now, I want you guys to, I really want to stress the importance of personal growth. Personal growth is a regime. Personal growth is a way of life. Personal growth is a philosophy that if you're not doing personal development, it's very hard for you to progress in your career, you know, because personal growth gives you the mindset, it gives you the determination, it gives you the focus to actually get to the next level in your life. Okay? Personal growth is everything. If you're growing personally, you're moving at a speed. If you're growing personally, you're moving at a speed where your mind understands, you know, you're going to be able to attract that level of success. Personal growth is reading books, listening to audios, right? You know, writing down your goals, meditation. For me, even exercise, you know, is personal growth, because you're disciplining yourself. Okay, you're eating right. That's personal growth. You're drinking water. You're being a good person. That's all part of growing personally, being a better person. And that's one of the most important things to understand in this industry, guys, is growing personally is a regime. It's a way of life. And if you can understand this idea, you're going to have a very successful career in this business. Okay. Now, there's a few things that leaders do. And if you look at these characteristics, I'm sure you'll be able to identify who your potential leaders are. Okay. Number one, leaders learn how to present and train quickly. Now, I've got a few examples of this, of people that have actually got started in the business. And before you know it, they're already presenting the business. They're already presenting. I'm like, huh? Like, it's one of those things that, one of the most obvious signs that someone is going to be a chairman, or someone has the potential of being a chairman. Because when I first joined this business, my sponsor, the gentleman who signed me up, he wasn't even in London at the time. He was in Manchester. He was a medical professional, and he wasn't really around. I didn't know who Zayn was at the time. I didn't really know him that well. To, you know, I didn't have any other mentors around me. So I had to learn the presentation myself. And I went into Starbucks and I used to practice on my friends. Hey, bro, can you come to the Starbucks? I want to just, you know, do a presentation. And I used to practice the presentation over and over and over again. I didn't have anyone to teach me how to present. I saw Ivan do a few presentations, but it wasn't anything substantial where, well, I mean, I heard him say it, but it was like, I didn't hear it loads and loads of times. I didn't have like a 72-day, you know, a 3-month program of, hey, learn how to present. You know, I didn't have that. So I had to learn quickly how to present and train. So presenting and then training. Every person that wants to be a leader, even you guys on this call and even your potential leaders, have to learn how to present the business effectively and train and launch. Now that means doing a basic Forex training, a basic networking training, a basic mindset training, definitely launching new customers. That's a given. If you want to be a leader and you can't launch someone or you can't present right now, and you've been in this company for more than 30 days, I'm not saying you're not a leader, but you have to really get into that motion now. Get into that mode right now, okay? The second thing is leaders build relationships, okay? Leaders build strong relationships. And that's one of the things that I would say is one of my strengths. I'm not the best trader. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best leader, but I'm very good at building relationships. I'm very good at helping people feel comfortable and making them feel like they're a part of something. Because I'm not here to talk like I'm some manager. I'm not a boss. I'm no one's manager. I'm no one's boss. Okay? I'm just someone that God has put in position to lead an army of people who all want something common, which is a successful career in this industry. And so my job is to build relationships. Same as you. As leaders, you have to build relationships. You see, a business partner will leave you. I want you to write this down. Hopefully you're writing all this down, by the way. Please make sure you're writing this down, okay? Please write it down. Don't just listen to it, okay? Please write this stuff down. A business partner will leave you, but a friend will never leave you. I look at our organization today and all the leaders that I'm personally working with, they're friends. We talk about, you know, football, boxing, you know, chicken, whatever, right? Whatever. We have fun, right? You know, if I wasn't friends with Mr. Cameron Powell from Bristol, I wouldn't have came down to see him on his birthday with the rest of the team. Because, like, you might have been a business partner, but he's a friend. It's way more than a business partner. You see what I'm saying? So building a relationship is important, because now you're in a situation where people are seeing you. You can build a bond with them, and that's where you can really, you know, they will tell you things that maybe might be, you know, stuff that they wouldn't tell everybody. But again, that's, you know, a relationship. If you look after your team, guys, no matter what happens in your business, you will always have a team. Throughout the ups and downs of my career, when I've had, you know, no people, some people, you know, I've always had a core group of leaders because of the way that I treat my group. I don't treat them like I'm a manager or I'm an upline. I hate that word. By the way, the word upline, the word downline is banned from our team. I don't want to hear anybody say that word ever again. Upline, downline is banned. There's no downline. There's no, it's not about upline. It's sponsor, leader, mentor, okay? Because all of us is one big family. I was talking to Aaron Diavova the other day, and he actually signed up like a few days after me, or a few weeks after me. And it's crazy because if I had signed up a few days after him, I would have been in his group. And it's crazy to think that. It's like, but you see, the relationships, you know, we don't think about who's above who, or we don't talk that talk over here. That's not how I want this group to communicate. We communicate as a family. So when I'm talking to someone about their group, I don't say, you should do this because I'm this or I'm this. No, it's only because I spend time around David, you know, I spend time with Zane, I spend time with, you know, with Bryce Thompson. I chat with Noah Trimble on a daily. I chat to leaders. I'm you know, Brandon Thompson. They tell me stuff. So I'm passing over what I've learned, and that's all it is. So build relationships, okay? Not a dictatorship, but it's a relationship. Leaders always share the vision. What do I always say at the beginning, beginning of the month? This is the month of acceleration August, 25 P600s. So whenever you get up in the morning and you think about your group, you're thinking, we need 25 P600s. And Zane, just to remind you guys, Zane has given us an incentive where we are going to be getting paid out a lot of money, or you guys, will be getting paid out $300 just for hitting P600, and then, you know, more money for hitting higher ranks in the company. Okay, and that's the power of, again, having a vision. Leaders constantly attend and promote events. One of the things that I really think our team could do better, and I'm going to be talking about this on Sunday. I'm going to be doing another training on Sunday. That training is going to be crazy. I might do it on Sunday or Tuesday. I'll see how it goes, but I'll be talking about the pros and cons board, okay? That's a whole nother training, but that training is very powerful. And one of the things that I believe our team needs to focus on more and needs to get better at is promoting events. Promote the call more to your people. Promote the call more online, on social media. Promote the calls more on the group chats, okay? Call up more people and get them onto these presentations, okay? Leaders are always in phase one. And phase one basically means personal selling and recruitment mode. Phase one means, right, that you are constantly always looking out for the newest customer to join your business. Now, I'm the kind of person where I'm always prospecting. I'm always looking for the new, I'm always prospecting, right? I'm always, hey, how's it going? Let's connect. Now, I'm always finding people to speak to, because you never know. Whoever the next person you speak to could be your next superstar, right? So leaders are always in phase one, which means they're always looking for new people. They're always looking for that new person to join their organization, okay? So the question is, how do you attract leaders? That's the biggest question, because it's not just about, hey, I want to look for leaders. You have to attract leaders. Law of attraction, okay? You attract someone like you. So if you look at your organization now, look at the people that are in your group, especially if you know them, or if you have a vibe with them, they're going to have similarities to you. Now, how do you attract leaders? First and foremost, you have to be a leader first. The biggest question that I get asked is, Junior, how do I become a leader? Or how do I find leaders? That's one of the biggest questions that I get. And the answer to that question is, in order for you to develop leaders, you have to be a leader first. You have to gain those responsibilities, you have to be able to grow to the level of the person that you want to attract. So before I could attract leaders into the organization, you have to be someone with that posture, okay, with that spirit, with that energy, in order to attract someone with that same energy. When I first spoke to, other leaders like, Montel and all these other guys that I have in the group that I personally enrolled, there had to be a connection. But I had to have some qualities in me in order for him to say, hey, I want to do business with you. Also, guys, I want you guys to really understand this point. You're going to attract the level of a leader that's a level below you. The reason why I say that is there's a leadership law, and it's called the law of the lid, which means that if you want to attract someone that is of a certain level of leadership, you have to be of a level where they will be inspired by you. I'm not like I've recruited people that make more than me, absolutely. But I'm saying leadership level, like your level of thinking, your level of maturity, your level of posture, your level of the way that you speak, the way that you come across, the way that you dress, the way that you present yourself has to be of a level that's attractive to someone enough to say, hey, I want to join your business. Think about it, guys. There's 300,000 active people in this organization, in this company. Why should they join you? There's people right now that are looking at your Instagram page and they're about to DM you, but they're also looking at this person. They're looking at this person. They're looking at that person. They're looking at this chairman, that chairman, even me, right? There's other chairmen that they may want to join, maybe because I haven't posted in a couple days and I need to post. So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe if I post, it's little things that will allow you to continually attract people to your business, okay? Now, attract the level below you, okay? That's fine. But alongside that, the next thing is using taprooting, which I'm going to go into in a moment, to find leaders quickly. Taprooting, I want you guys to remember this word, and this should be the new buzzword of our team. Taprooting. Looking for new leaders, looking for new individuals. Okay? Keep working. And the next point is keep working on yourself whilst you taproot. Because taprooting is an ongoing process. And whilst you're taprooting and looking for new leaders within your lead, and I want to explain what taprooting is, like in depth, but you must be continually working on yourself and remaining uncomfortable. Listen to me, guys. I am uncomfortable where I am right now, in the sense of life is great and I'm grateful and I'm happy, right? However, I'm speaking to David Imonitie on a phone call yesterday. I had a meeting with my friend who's 21 years old. He's not in our company. He works in insurance, but he bought a Lamborghini last month. He's 21 and these guys walking around, hey, I got a Lambo, bro. And I'm like, right, got to get to work. So I'm always remaining uncomfortable. All my friends, it's just insane. I'm speaking to a guy today who's part of our team, professional bodybuilder, and he's making me feel, I'm like, yo, my arms need to grow a little bit, I'm always uncomfortable. I'm always around people that will help me grow. So personal growth is not just listening to audios and reading books. It's being around people, right, that will make you level up, right? You've got to be around people. If you are around me like this, okay, there's certain, if you guys know me well, there's certain conversations that I have that might make you feel uncomfortable. I talk about large sums of money. You might, if you spend time with me, I'm not the one to talk about my income so much. If you guys know, that's just how I am. I don't believe it's necessary because people know it is what it is. I don't have to talk about it every minute, but I talk about large business opportunities, like properties that I'm looking at, large sums of money that, someone's received from our company. That, Brandon Thompson got 97 G's a few weeks ago in one payment, right? And then I messaged him. He's like, yeah, bro, something like, 97K. That amount of money might sound like a great deal. And there's no income claims, by the way, past profits doesn't determine future results, but it is what it is, right? And so you've got to understand, right? You're going to feel uncomfortable around certain individuals, not because someone's bragging about their income or someone's talking like they've made it, because none of us have made it. We're still on the journey. However, you know, there's a certain type of mindset and certain type of lifestyle that me or some of the other chairmans or 6-7 figure earners might live that might make you feel like, wow, like it's a bit different in that position. And that's also part of personal growth, because now, whilst you're taprooting and looking for new people, you're hearing information from people that are great, that are giving you information. I was talking to David, and the type of things he's telling me is just crazy. But it's because, again, it's the mindset that you should acquire by growing your mind and so on and so forth. So what is taprooting? Write this down, guys. Taprooting is basically this: finding leaders quickly through your team's warm markets. So, great example. John Smith gets started. He signs up right now, elite package, right? I say, John, who do you know? Oh, I know a guy called, you know, Richard Paquette, right? And this guy is a real estate manager. Great. I call Richard. He signs up. Hey, Richard, who do you know? I know a lady called Samantha. Samantha gets started. Samantha, who do you know? I know someone called, you know, Jemima. Jemima, and it's a continual thing, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you guys a video in a minute, right now, of what I'm a training from a guy that's a multi-millionaire that's gonna be explaining to you guys in a physical representation what taprooting is. So taprooting is finding leaders quickly through your team's warm market. Finding people with those characteristics that we said earlier. Obviously, you may not know straight away that they have those characteristics, but as you talk to them and as you gain knowledge from them, you're gonna find out exactly what their goals are. Now, taprooting is also going down the path of least resistance. Now, what do I mean by that? If I'm swimming against the current or I'm swimming with the current, put in the chat box, guys, what would you rather? Would you rather swim with the current or against the current? Let me know in the chat box. Right? With the current. Thank you. So you have to swim with the current. So what that means, guys, is going down the path of least resistance means that when you are speaking to somebody, you want to find the most willing people that are willing to do what you're telling them to do, AKA teachable and coachable, right? We use that word so much, but it's so important. If someone's not teachable and coachable, it's hard for them to be worked with because they're not willing to follow instructions. If someone says, hey, I know 10 people, let's get them in a room in the hotel and let's, in the reception, let's have a meeting. It's the easiest way. You don't want to go down, someone that's resistant. Oh, I don't want to give you no names, because, a question that I get asked is, well, Junior, how about if this person says, hey, I don't want to give you no names, bro. Nah, I don't want to do this recruiting stuff. No problem, bro. You can just trade, bro. It's okay. No problem. It's all right. Use the harmonic scanner. It's there, right? We've got a great trading system. We all trade anyway, but this is an extra stream of income you can get from building a business. Why not? If you don't want to, no problem. I'm not going to force you to, but that's the path of least resistance. You want to build organically also. And this is a topic that I really want to focus on, because especially most of you on this call, you know each other. And let me just tell you this. This is why taprooting is so powerful, because if I built, let's say, 2 scenarios. Scenario A, I recruit John, Samantha, Peter, Paul, Jemima, Jabina, Garina, Designer. I sign up all these people and I stick them all underneath one another, and they all sign up and they're all in the business. That's okay. You can do that. And I've built, you know, on the way to chairman, I had one big leg of like loads of people stacked underneath each other. And it was like one, you know, long leg of business, but none of them knew each other. And that leg didn't really do as well as it would have had they knew each other. But let's look at another scenario, right? We've got a group of people that everyone, A knows B, she knows him, that's her friend, that's his cousin. And there's a leg of business that is so, like, they may not have like astronomical results right away, but because of they all know each other, that's one of the ways that a lot of teams stay together through the thick and thin. Okay, I can look at at least 2 or 3 big teams in our organization, and I can say that's how they're built. The Norway team have that. They all know each other. You know, they all know one another. They all have that friends, cousins, families. The Bristol group, you guys definitely have it. You guys all know each other from different walks of life, right? Within, you know, the city of Bristol, we've got the Jamaica team. They went to school together. So on. Can you guys see? Because you know, who do you know? Okay, I know this guy. And then, you know, I think when Akeem signed up, Akeem says, I know a guy called Alex Gurley. Alex Gurley signs up. He knows someone from St. Vincent, and then he knows him, and then she knows him, and then boom, it's growing. Jamaica team. This, you know, and that's how it works, because taprooting is so powerful. When you get into your team's warm market, now they are comfortable with someone that they know. Obviously, there's another topic of cold recruiting, which is a bit different. Cold recruiting is different, but taprooting is going down the path of least resistance because they already know these people. Cold recruiting is also, and I had a question from one of our leaders yesterday, and she asked me, it's a lady in Norway, and she asked me, well, Junior, you know, how about if all my warm prospects have been taken? And how about if they don't want to sign up? That's different. Well, you have to go through your warm market first. Once you go through them, you're bound to find 2 or 3 that getting started. But the key is to keep going levels deep. And I want to be talking about that later, how to go levels deep in your organization. Ideally 8 to 10 levels. If your team goes 8 to 10 levels, write this down. If your team goes 8 to 10 levels deep, your business, that leg of business will continue to produce volume over and over and over again. Okay, so let me show you guys real quick before I show you the video. You know what taprooting is? You're gonna be bad before you're good. Okay, you're gonna be bad before you're good. That's gonna be the essence of it. You will be bad before you're good, but you will get better as time goes on. So let me just unshare my screen now, and I'm gonna share with you guys a video that I saw online. I mean, a training that I've been doing for a training that I've been looking at for quite some time here, and let me show you guys. Let me show you guys this. Okay, great. So let me just open this up right now. I'm gonna show you guys this training. Now, there's a company that you may know of. It's a very great company. They've had massive success in the industry. And, you know, they're a company that I've watched a lot of trainings from them over the years. And it's a phenomenal company called ACN. Now, this video will really break down to you guys what I'm talking about. So, guys, put a 7. I'm gonna play it. Put a 777 if you guys can hear what the guy's saying. Yeah, let me know. Big hand. You guys hear it? Give me a 777. You guys can hear it.
That's a lot of people. All right, everyone. So I'm going to give you all a demonstration of taprooting, okay? So here's how most people build ACN. They recruit someone, okay? They'll recruit somebody, and then what happens? All right, go.
Okay. What do I do?
Go. What do they do? Nothing. Well, let's say she recruits somebody, then what? So, who's a leader here? Raise your hand if you're a leader. Okay, you're a leader? Okay, here's what leaders do. Okay, here's what leaders do. So, right away you recruit somebody. You execute the 24-hour game plan. Now, why is it called the 24-hour game plan? Why isn't it called the 72-hour or 120-hour or 260-hour game plan? It's called the 24-hour game plan because your goal is to get into their warm market in when? 24 hours. So this is the most important question in ACN to ask anybody. Memorize it, live by it, paste it on your forehead, on your car, in your house. Who do you know? Repeat after me. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know?
My friend.
She knows this lady. Now, I love her. She came into the business. I love her, yes? I love her more. I love her more. Okay? And then I ask, what question do I ask? Who do you know?
My friend, the real estate agent.
Great. I love her. I love her more. I love them. Love her more. What are we going to ask her? Who do you know?
My friend Emily.
Very good. I love them. I love her more. And what are we going to ask her? Who do you know? Very good. I love them. Finally, a male. You never know what you're going to get. And what are we going to ask him? Who do you know?
Well, a friend of mine, she's really incredible. Audrey.
Audrey, very good. I love them, helping them, but now I love her more. Yes? And what do we ask her? Who do you know? And then we do that. Who do you know? And who do you know? And love them, love you more. Who do you know? 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 You guys get this, right? Now watch this. This is actually one of my legs. So let's see what happened. So this is my sister Camilla, regional director. Okay? Started in ACN, children, helping my dad with the business, working hard, not a lot of time in ACN. How many of you would have stopped with her? Who do you know, right? Mary Taylor, now a team coordinator in ACN, okay? Who do you know, right? Who do you know? She took 3 months off ACN when we first started, had no idea what was happening. Now, did I know she was gonna take 3 months off? No, but she put a lot of people in front of me. One of them was this lady. Who do you know? Now, this lady actually is now, we use a filler. She's great. Her name is Janet, but it's not her. This lady disappeared. We don't know what happened to her. We're still trying to find her. But who do you know, right? Went to this lady. Also disappeared. Another filler. We don't know what happened to this one either. We're still looking. Somewhere in Canada, we're not sure where. Okay? Then we went to this person. This person got started, and off they went. And this person introduced to this person, and then to this person, and then to this person, and then this person, this person, this person, and then Mr. Regional Vice President. Mr. Regional Director, Mr. Team Coordinator, Mr. Team Coordinator. One after the other. How many of you would have stopped up there? How many of you would have stopped at the first level? At the second level? Third level? Fourth level? Unfortunately, he actually passed away. No joke. He's a TC that died. Are people going to die? Yes. We kept going, 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 kept going. Now, for those of you that even were paying attention, like at the top levels, you think they're ever going to quit. No, look what's down. Why would you? You got to be crazy. So to ask yourself this, at what level are you going to stop? And I'm going to teach you how deep to go with each organization to really anchor a leg. So let's give them all a big hand, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Very good.
Okay, guys, so that makes sense. Put a yes in the chat box if you understand. This gentleman that was just on the court that was on that video, that guy is multi-millionaire. Lambos, private jets, houses all across the US, very successful. And that video talks about the power of taprooting, okay? And how you can go levels deep in an organization, okay? Very, very important. Because going levels deep, and I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint in a minute, but if you have someone that enrolls into the business and they have like 7 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people underneath them in one leg, that keeps them motivated to keep working, even though they may not be seeing results in their other 2 legs. It's something that keeps them in the game and keeps them inspired, okay? So let me go back to the PowerPoint now, and just going to go back into it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to become a professional taprooter. Now, or why you should become a professional taprooter. Number one, it explodes your business. Okay, if you can say, who do you know? The most powerful question in this industry, in IM, the most powerful question in IM is, who do you know? Imagine if Ivan Tapia didn't ask David, who do you know? Because David signed up someone called Raphael Spiller. Raphael Spiller signed up someone called Dio Woods. Dio Woods signed up someone called Brandon Thompson. Brandon Thompson signed up someone called Bryce Thompson. And Bryce Thompson is now a chairman 750. Do you understand? I'll give you another example. David Amelite signs up Zain Khan. Zain Khan signs up Ivan Vungbo. Ivan Vungbo signs up myself. I sign up Montel. Montel signs up Charmin. Charmin signs up Lydia. Lydia signs up another Lydia. And then there's another P600 below her. And there's another P1K below them. And it keeps on going. Do you understand how you build leaders? Look at your organization and look at the levels. So you've got to be quicker, and you've got to create what we call a 24-hour game plan. Within 24 hours, everyone that's willing to build should have been exposed. Their network should have been exposed. They should have been taprooted. Now, what we do is we do something called a launch call. So for those that are new to the business, every Saturday or most Saturdays, we do Saturday launch calls with new potential leaders that are looking to get started building an organization. You don't have to wait to have trading results to build a team. We're going to give you those trading results as you're building a team and as you're going through the process, okay? But those Saturday launches won't happen the next day. They might, obviously, it may not be it's not going to be a Saturday every single day. However, what we should start doing is, even if someone gets started today, if they're ready to launch their business the following day, if they're really serious, they can start making some phone calls on the same day that they sign up. And that will enable them to, because they're in the most excited period. One of the things that I've learned, I want you guys to write this down, is whenever someone gets started into the business, what happens is every day that goes by without them getting some sort of result, they lose 25% of motivation. So for example, if John Smith gets started tomorrow and he doesn't see any, like, I'm not saying results like money-wise, because he has to understand it's not going to be an overnight thing, right? However, if John Smith gets involved right tomorrow and he doesn't get taprooted, he doesn't get launched, right? Some of you guys are signing up people and not launching them. You must launch them on the same day they sign up. You can't even wait one day. That's too late. They've already lost 25% of motivation. So if they haven't been launched, if they haven't been taprooted, right? If they haven't been given, an encouragement by their mentor, if they haven't been given a game plan, if they haven't been added to the group chat, they lose motivation. If you can taproot someone in the first 24 hours, they still have 75%, or if that first day goes well, they still have 100% motivation going into the next day of them being in the business, and now they get taprooted. Bearing in mind, Monday to Friday, we have 7:30 p.m. calls. I was doing 2 or 3 calls a day, but it wasn't really making a lot of sense because there was a lot of, you know, it's different seasons for different things. And I feel like now having 1 big call a day, and you guys can have your own mini calls throughout the day with your own teams, that makes sense. So you add them onto a 7:30 call, boom, you know, Aaron's presenting, or Elisa's presenting, or Natasha's presenting, or Gideon, or Akeem, or whoever's presenting in the business, and they close this guest, boom. Imagine 24 hours, they get their first enrollment. It's happened before. Like, you know, think about it, guys. We're not going to force them to give us names, but hey, whilst they're excited, get into their network. It creates massive momentum. Number 2, okay? Because when you have, you know, when you have people enrolling, and they all know each other, there's a connection. There's a connection there. And that's the power of taprooting. When you have someone that gets started, right? She enrolls someone that she knows, and then there's a ripple effect. And that will cause a long-term, a strong business. When you have your warm market in the business, or even if it's 1 or 2 people, but you're tapping into their warm market. For me, I didn't have many of my warm market that got started. But what I done was I met some individuals and I became friends with them. Now they became my warm market, and now I recruited them. And then they're already warm because they already know me. Now they go into their warm market, they find who they know, and that's the key. Is because a lot of you guys are asking me the question, Junior, what about if my warm market is gone? Don't worry about your warm market. If your warm market is worn out, find someone new and go into their warm market. That's the focus, to go levels deep, right? So this process automatically finds leaders, okay? When you're taprooted. This also cures all issues with your organization. Any politics, drama that's happening in a particular organization, if you're taprooting levels deep, you don't have time to focus on drama and politics, because there's levels and levels, and there's new leaders getting started. There's new leaders getting involved, okay? It also allows for the current leaders that are in the team to feel like there's a new story. It's so important to have new stories in the team all the time. That's why I'm so hooked on P600s, okay? Think about it when we was in the Bristol retreat. Think about how many promotions there were. Think about how many success stories there were. When I was in Norway, there were so many new traders that I got started. You know, when I'm at a big event in America, right, and I'm seeing this new chairman, there's new chairman 25s, new chairman 50s, new chairman 100s, every single event. Imagine the next big convention that we physically can attend. Can you imagine how many promotions there'll be? There'll be like 100 chairman 10s just in that one promotion, because having stories is very important, okay? Also, it's fun and stress-free because you're going into someone's warm market and they already know people, right? It also makes you a top producer because you're always in phase 1 and you're always remaining positive and always remaining productive. And it also maximizes the compensation plan. Now, skills of a professional taprooter. What should a professional taprooter be doing? Number 1, you must be an effective presenter. You must learn how to present. If you want to go chairman and you know I am well enough, I want you by the end of this week to please, just for your own sake, learn the presentation. Practice on yourself. What I used to do is I used to practice in the mirror. So I used to go, hey guys, my name is Junior Alexander here, 25 years of age, from London, I'm super excited. I would literally present, and that's why now I could present without any PowerPoint, because I've done it so many times, okay? And that's the importance of presenting. You have to learn it. And, I was talking to Alex Morton a few months ago, and he told me that what he used to tell his new customers was, the moment that you present in the mirror and the person in the mirror gets excited from the presentation, that's when you're ready. In other words, when you're in front of the mirror and you're presenting and you get excited, you're getting passionate, you're presenting in the mirror to yourself. Or what you can do is you can meet someone, say, hey, you know, Michael, right? My good friend Michael, listen, Michael, meet me in Starbucks right now. I want to practice the presentation on you. And you can sit him down and present to him like he was a guest. And what happens is when you just practice on your friends, actually about 30% of those people, I've actually signed them up because they see it like, well, and then I say, hey, Michael, who do you know that might be open to this presentation? Well, me, I mean, I actually like it. How do I get involved? Well, I mean, if you want to start, you can start. But you know, I'm just practicing on you. But if you want to get started, by all means, get started. Okay? You want to also practice one-on-ones. Yeah, practice one-on-ones. Three-way calls and three-way meetings. You must be effective at doing three-way meetings and also PBRs, which is a private business reception. So whenever you hear me say PBR, from now on, you should know it as a private business reception. You should also make sure that you launch them within 24 hours. There's no excuses. If someone gets started into this business, they must be launched effectively with all the products, with the game plan within 24 hours. And they must be taprooted. Like, who do you know? And how do you taproot them? Let's get a list of 20 names. I say 20 to 50 names. For the average person, if someone is a network marketer or someone that has a big network and someone that's really serious, I would get 120 to 150 names. But for the average person that's just, you know, that's new, that may not have a big network, let's get 20 to 50 names because it's not overwhelming for them. Okay? It's not overwhelming for them. Okay? And that's how I taproot. And then once you go through the names, your job is to invite, right? And that's the next step is your goal as a taprooter is to help your new IBOs and customers to invite. You should be able to master the invite. Now, I want to open up the call. Is anyone comfortable to show me how the invite should go? Put a 777 if you want me to unmute you so you can do an invite on the live call. Inviting is one of the skills that you must master. Say, put I'm ready in the chat box if you want to do an invite. Okay, we've got a few people that want to do invite. We've got Jordan here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to unmute you in a minute. We're gonna pretend that I'm a prospect and he's the leader. And he's going to invite me, okay, to hear the presentation. You want to also learn how and also become someone that's good at promoting and following up. Promote events and follow up, okay? Because if you're not, the fortune is in the follow-up. If you're not following up on new people, if you're not following up on prospects, you're missing out on a big bag. I look at people that, you know, have got started and some of them didn't join right away. Some of them needed me to follow up a few times. But that is where the money is. The fortune's in the follow-up because the follow-up is in the fortune. Also, use the big events. And we have a big event coming up October the 9th, a huge international online event. It's going to be a virtual event. It's going to be crazy. So make sure that you guys are getting your tickets from now, okay? And also personal growth. Again, you must be reading books, listening to audios. There's an audio that I've been listening to called Jim Rohn, the Ultimate Jim Rohn Library. I would really recommend it, the Ultimate Jim Rohn Library, okay? So, Mr. Jordan, let's pretend that I'm a prospect. And I'm going to unmute you, bro. Keep it really short, but just pretend that you're inviting me. And then let's go. So, Jordan, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. So you're the prospect. So now you're inviting me. So let's go. So ring, ring.
Hello? I'm calling you, innit? Ring, ring.
Hey, you're calling me. Go on.
Hello?
Hey, Jordan. What's up, man?
Hey, bro. How you been, man? How's things?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good, Lush, man. I'm good. How are you, bro?
I'm great, man. I'm ecstatic at the moment. So yeah, how's life? I'm just giving you a call, just catching up with you, seeing how things are. How you getting on?
Listen, life is good, man. Living the dream, man. Living the dream, enjoying the weather, you know, Chilling, man. How are you, bro?
I'm great. Well, in terms of this phone call, I wanted to kind of keep it short and sweet, just because I've got quite a list of people to get through.
Right.
A quick question. Knowing what you know now about Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, if you had a chance to invest in them a couple of years ago, would you have done it?
Yeah, no doubt I would have. Definitely, 100%.
Okay, that's cool. All right, well, if I could invite you to an opportunity that could, a company that is on the same level or greater, would you be willing to, have a look at some information, dive a bit more deep into what we do?
You know what, man? I think, especially this whole quarantine thing, I think, you know what, man? I mean, yeah, why not, man? I mean, I trust you, bro. I know you from, Cabot Circus from a couple years ago. I think we could definitely make something happen, bro. I think, yeah, for sure. I'm open to it, man.
All right, that's amazing. Well, I've got your contact information. So what I can do, I can invite you tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. I can invite you to a private conference call where, as long as you got notes, I can provide you with all the information that you would need and how you can get involved.
Right.
And look at this information in more depth.
You know what, man? I'm down for it, bro. Just send me the information, man, and I'll be there. I'll be there. I like what you're saying, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I'm open to it, man. I trust you, bro, and I want to make some money. So let's go.
Yeah, take care. See you soon, buddy.
Okay, bro. All right, love.
Bye, John. Bye, John. Take care.
Bye, John. Bye, John. Bye, John Smith. See, that's an example, guys, of taprooting, okay? I'm in his warm market, right? I'm someone that he knows. There's a mutual respect. He's going down the path of least resistance, right? Light work. That's a powerful invite. That's an invite that, there's different ways of inviting. That's one of the ways that we've taught the team is know what you know now. If you had a chance to invest, would you be open to investing in that? There's another invite. I don't give people one invite. There's different ways to invite. That Jordan invite is incredible. That's one that I use sometimes. Another one that I use is, hey, John, in the past 5 years, out of all the money that's flown through your bank account, roughly how much money have you made on it? Okay? And he'll say, not much. I'll say, well, listen, if I could show you a way, if I could show you a skill, how you could multiply your money, using your smartphone for an hour a day, would you be open to finding out more? Yes. I got a presentation coming up. Laze, get started. Okay? Let's, jump on the call and let me know what you think. There's another invite, which is, hey, which is probably the simplest one. Hey, John, I've got an opportunity. I've got a project that I'm working on right now. I would love to get your business opinion on what I'm doing. Could you spare 20, 30 minutes to jump on and just have a look at it for me and let me know what you think? Any of those invites work. There doesn't have to be one invite that you use. Use any of them, okay? But get them on the presentation. And your goal is to teach those new IBOs, those new customers, that invite from the first day. So now they can start duplicating that out. So when they sign up someone, they can also duplicate that to their teams as well, okay? So as we're closing up, almost done here, the goal of taprooting, the basic goal is to work with the organization and go deep fast. So the goal is to go as deep as possible in the organization to create long-term wealth, okay? And exchanging an IBO for an IBO basically means, like, let's say, for example, Jordan signs up and, he enrolls, Jemima, hey, Jordan, bro, I appreciate you, love you, bro, but Jemima's here now, right? So now Jemima is the new hot project, right? I'm still working with Jordan, but the new person gets a bit more attention because they're new. And then Jemima signs up someone else. And now I love Jemima, but hey, now it's you, right? And that's how you do it. You're going levels deep and you're creating success stories, okay? Now, again, follow the path of least resistance. And the goal is 8 to 10 levels deep organically. Now, I'm talking about this person signs up someone. He signs up someone. He signs up someone. And they all know each other. And now when you do that 8 to 10 times, you will find a superstar. Now, what happens is, the way that this business works is there's something called the 3 laws of building. Now, I'm going to talk about the 3 laws real quick. The first law is a customer is not a customer until they have 2 customers. The second law is a leg of business is not a leg of business until it has 4 levels. And the third law is a team is not a team until it has 8 levels deep. And every 4th level, you will find a superstar. That's how it works. You have to go levels deep to find those people. Okay? Now, I want you guys to also help the P150 specifically and P600s make money. Create P150 and P600 success stories. If they can make money from trading, which is so important, especially as a P150, P600, they can make money trading, and obviously they're already making money residually. That is a great story for them. That's why the goal is 25 P600s. Now, what's the results of taprooting? Fewer people quit, for sure, because now when you're taprooting, people at the top are seeing that volume below them and they don't want to leave because they're like, well, I got all these people in my group. I can go chairman with one leg's done for chairman and the other 2 are building. It keeps you in massive production. And there's something called the popcorn effect where people start to pop out of nowhere. Oh, I looked at my back office and I've got 70 customers in one leg. I've got to get to work. And it keeps them inspired. It keeps them in the game. It keeps them internally and externally motivated. You create a P150 factory and it definitely makes you a lot of pounds or dollars. Now, the goal is to anchor a leg. So if you have small roots and only a few levels deep, it's a small tree and a small paycheck. However, if you have deep roots, it's a big tree and a big paycheck, and it will pay you for years and years and years. You want your business to get to a level where it is paying you for years and years and years because you've gone levels deep in your organization. Now, what's the X factor? The X factor is you. And personal growth is important. Always work on yourself. And these are some of the characteristics that every chairman needs to have. If you want to level up, get to that level, you must have these characteristics. You must be likable. Okay? You must be likable. Let me say right now, that is one of the most biggest characteristics. If you have a group of people and your team likes you, that's a very good place to be in. I'm blessed. I mean, I'm a nice guy, no issues here, happy guy, right? I stay out of drama. I'm cool. I'm nice. People, I respect people. They respect me. And that's always been my way of doing things because drama just breeds more drama. Okay? Be likable. Be professional, yet humble. Okay? Have fun and have good energy. Dress sharp. Always dress to impress. Right? Always dress to a point where people see you, they see someone sharp because you never know who you're going to meet. Have an amazing attitude. Have a strong work ethic and be a great listener because communication is very, very important. Okay? Now, I want you guys to understand this, right? Now, before I continue, I want to tell you guys, I was studying something recently. We're almost going to close here, but I was studying a philosophy, and it's called anthology. I'm not sure if you guys know what anthology is, but anthology is a study of human beings. So have you guys ever wondered why we're called human beings? We're not called human doings, right? We're not called human doing. We're called human beings. And the reason why that is because, have you guys put a 777? Have you guys heard about the whole be, do, and have thing? Be, do, and have. Let me know. 777. Be, do, have. Let me know. It's like like Bob Proctor normally says it, right? Be, do, and have. You guys looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, you guys are like, what is he talking about? Be, do, and have is basically a philosophy that when you're trying to be successful or trying to grow, look at Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, Aaron, I mean, when, we'll teach Aaron how to drive properly. That's a whole other story. But anyway, that's fine. We'll leave that for another day. You need 7 answers. Put a 7-7. Oh yeah, Aaron. Put a 7-7. I'm getting off track, but a quick banter. Put a 7-7-7 in the chat. Thank you. Anyway, going off track. Be, do, and have is a philosophy that when you, a lot of people, okay, if people ask me the question, people normally ask me, Junior, what do I have to do to go Chairman 10? What do I have to do? No, wrong question. You should be asking, well, who do I have to be to become chairman? Does that make sense? Be, do, and have. Most people, they mix it up. Most people do, have, be. That's what most people's mindset is. They wanna do, what do I have to do first? Then I'll have the success, and then I'll be good. No. You have to be good. You have to be fired up. You have to be energetic. You have to be humble. You have to be professional. All of that good stuff first. Then you have the success. Sorry. Then you do, right? You do what you need to do to get to that level of success, and then you will have the result. So be, do, and have. Okay? That's why we're called human beings, because you have to be in a state of excitement, a state of enthusiasm, a state of humility, a state of expectation. So I never talk about, oh, I'm close to Chairman 25, even though we're close. I don't talk about it because it's about my group. I know what matters to me most, and you guys will see when you guys go Chairman, you guys will understand this. The time that you hit Chairman will be the moment that you realize it was never about you in the first place. On your way to Chairman, you'll be more focused on, I need to hit the rank. But when you get there, it's like, okay, now the challenge makes me like, okay, cool, this is nice. But now we got a lot of people that need to go Chairman. We've got a lot of guys that need to go P5K, P2K, P1K. So the focus is never on me, it's always on the organization. And that goes back to being. You have to be a certain way. So going back to the presentation, so let's talk about be water. Now, what do you have to be? You have to be water. Now, what does that mean? Be water. I'm going to explain. If you look at water, guys, what are the characteristics of water? Because in order for you to have the success that you want, and listen, it's going to happen for you anyway, but to get it quicker than you want, quicker than you think you can do it, or to do it in record timing, you have to be water. Now, water always finds a way. It is, when you put it in a bottle, it's organized. When you put it on the table, it spreads out. It always finds a way to fill out anything. It changes form and it adapts to the environment. If you boil water, what happens? It turns into gas. If you freeze it, it turns into ice. Water never makes excuses. Water keeps going no matter what. Water is water all the time. And leaders will reveal themselves along the way from the pretenders. And that's exactly what water is. Water will, you will know it's water. Put it in the fridge, it will get frozen. Water's not emotional. It resists nothing. It makes nothing wrong. Everything is perfect with water. And the goal is to think from the future. Okay? What this means is you've got to think from the future to the level where you can now visualize where you want to be. You can visualize where you want to be. This is one of the biggest things I will say to you guys right now is on our way to Chairman, and many other leaders can tell you the same thing. We visualize this way before it happened. I used to wake up in the morning and I used to pace my room up and down. When I was sleeping on a couch, I used to pace up and down in that little small tiny apartment, right? With my friend snoring his head off, couldn't even sleep because he's snoring right next to me in the room next to me, walking up and down, visualizing this Chairman promotion, visualizing the lifestyle, visualizing the money, visualizing the car, visualizing all these things. And I was always visualizing it until now. I still remember that feeling of visualizing what this Chairman would look like. You've got to create a movie character. I was talking to Jordan about this the other day and Elliot in the hotel. I was saying to them, You've got to create a movie character of who you want to be. Think about it. When Denzel Washington is an actor, right? One of my favorite films, American Gangster, right? Hats off. One of the best films ever, right? In that film, Denzel played Frank Lucas, right? Who was a businessman, right? A businessman, right? But Frank Lucas was the character he was playing. He had to have the accent. He had to have the facial expressions. He had to have the dress sense. He had to wear a certain attire. You see, when he was being, maybe they had different guys to play, or who should we get to play Frank Lucas? And maybe before Denzel went to the cast to play the movie, he visualized, okay, I need to be this type of Frank Lucas, like sophisticated, well-dressed, he has to drive this car, have this lifestyle, and that's, you are in a sense, like the person that you want to be, the chairman version of you can't see them physically, but it's a character you have to create before it happens. So you must visualize it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter what you're going to go through. You must be willing to visualize that person now. And I visualize, for example, now I'm on this fitness regime. I'm telling you, people thought I was capping. They thought I was laughing at me. I'm telling them in 6 months' time, they will understand whatever I put my mind to. I'm going to be like, Arnold Schwarzenegger in 6 months. I don't know if that's an exaggeration or not. But believe me, I believe it. I understand visualization. This Bentley behind me is going to be in my garage one day. It's going to happen. Like, you've got to visualize everything that you want, right? I'm looking at, penthouses right now. I'm looking at different things because I know it's going to, there's no one on this earth that can tell me it's not going to happen. You've got to visualize this is what I do. I listen to some classical music. It's very good for the mind, very good for the mind. Or listen to like soul, jazz music and visualize your future. Do it 5-10 minutes a day. And just sit there and close your eyes and visualize what your life will look like 5-10 years from now. When you hit chairman, when you get the money, when you get the lifestyle, visualize it and write a list of all the things that you want to do and you want to buy once you hit chairman. Very, very important, guys, okay? So as we close up, guys, last thing is I want you guys to take action, because it's very easy for me just to preach about this stuff and say, hey, guys, let's just do this. Let's just do this. But I want you guys to take action on what I've said. A lot of the time, a lot of leaders do trainings and that's it. The team gets motivated. They go to bed. They wake up. Oh, that was a good training, Junior. But now I'm challenging you to commit with me on this journey from now. I want you guys to register for our big online company event in October, okay? The link is in the Generational Wealth Telegram group. Okay, if you don't have it, message me, but it's on that group right now. I want you guys to, it's $25. I want you guys to book your ticket and put some screenshots on the chat, please, because I want us to have 1,000 people at this event. It's an online event, but if you can get 100 people that everyone's at home anyway, or most people are at home, and even if they're not, they're going to be at work, but they're going to come home, and it's even easier than bringing them to a physical event. It's online. So register for an event. And I want you guys to, take a screenshot of it, put it on IG, tag me when you buy your ticket, put it on the chat, put it on the group chat. Make sure that you're lit. Make sure that you're registering, because this event is going to be crazy. 500,000 people on one call with David, Alex Morton, Zane Khan, Ivan Tapia. It's going to be crazy. Okay. So that's the first thing I want you guys to do tonight. Get it done by tonight. Second thing is I want you guys to show the plan to at least 10 to 15 people in the next 72 hours, okay? Next 72 hours, which is roughly 3 days. I want you guys to show the plan to 10 to 15 people, brand new people, and schedule 2 new presentations now before you sleep. It's only 10:30, so you can schedule 2 new presentations tonight. I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna schedule 2 presentations myself for tomorrow tonight. So before you sleep, you've got 2 presentations scheduled. And final thing I want you guys to do is all your new members that are new, or maybe some IBOs that weren't launched as P150s, right? If they don't know how to use the back office, the IBO back office, you know, that's something that, you know, we can do individually. But I want you guys to really, from now on, make sure all of your new customers and IBOs are launched effectively on the 24-hour game plan, okay? And make sure that they're taprooted effectively. Taprooting is where the money is. You go, look, who do you know? I want you guys to tattoo that on your head. Who do you know, right? That question is the question that's made me multiple six figures in this industry. And I know for sure all of you can do this and make multiple six figures and seven figures going into 2020, 2021. So I'm happy to have been here, guys. I'm grateful. I'm really, really excited, guys, that you guys have taken the time out to be in this call. As we close this call, we're going to close with a chairman's scream. So I'm going to unmute everybody, and I want everyone to go absolutely crazy. I don't think I can do it for some reason. It's not saying it's been muted. I want you could unmute yourselves. I don't know if that's even possible right now, but it's not allowing me to unmute people. But I'm not sure if you guys can unmute yourselves. But I would have asked you to. But either way, I want you guys to just do a chairman's scream to yourself. I want you guys to go crazy. I want you guys to really have gratitude. This is the month of August, 25 P600s. Get your ticket registered. Book 2 meetings for tonight, for the rest of the week. Just 2 meetings. Book 2 presentations before you sleep, right? And speak to 10 to 50 new people by the end of the next 72 hours. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you. I'll see you at the beaches and the banks. Take care. God bless. Let's go.